Okay, here we have two Luton Bowman engines. These date from around about 1946 to 1950. Now essentially these are the same, or these two are the same engine but different. What we have is a PW201, which has a base mounted engine, and we have the rarer PW202, which has an overtype boiler mounted engine. Essentially they're exactly the same, apart from the positioning of the engine and some ancillary steam pipes. You can see from these two also they have the two different heights of chimney which seem to be prevalent on these two machines. I've just lit the lamps on these pair, and you could probably just hear in the background, hear them hissing away, and hopefully they'll shortly be in steam. I've never really steamed these two together before, and I'd like to steam the PW203 as well, but one of the safety valves of the three needs a new spring and is very, very weak indeed. So anyway, for this little steam this afternoon, we're just going to run these two. These two were made by a company called Piece Parts and Assemblies, which I believe manufactured aircraft parts in the war. Hence why you tend to find aluminium fireboxes on these engines, and I believe some of the base plates are aluminium as well. You can probably test that with a magnet to make sure whether it's metal or steel or aluminium. And say they're nearly ready to steam. The PW202 is a slightly modified lamp with the cross slits, whereas the PW201 has the sort of longitudinal slitted lamp, which in many respects is a lot easier to light. Seems to be settling down now. The 201 is still heating up. 202 seems to be starting a little bit too easily. I think to the extent that, as you can see, it's put the lamp out. So what we'll do is we'll just get another lighter and light the little fella up again. There we have it. I don't know why that suddenly blew up like that. It's probably a while since I've steamed this one. A couple of months, so the cylinder might have stuck a little bit. The 201 isn't started yet. It seems to be reluctant to actually get underway. As you see, the 202 is well into its stride. I'm just checking the lamp on the 201 to make sure it's still alight. Say of the Bowman engines, or the Luton Bowmans, the 202 for some reason is the harder to find. Perhaps it just didn't make as many of them, or not a lot of them survived. Don't really know. Certainly is a very nice little runner for such a small engine. They have nice quality brass parts, and they do tend to sort of have a little bit more power maybe than a comparative minor one of the same period, because you've got a nice weighty disc crank there, which gives it a nice little bit of turning force for such a small engine. I'm just checking to see if the 201 is ready. I can see some telltale signs of life. Piston on this one seems to be a little bit tight for some strange reason. I don't know whether he's going to play ball today. As we can see, the 202 seems to be running exceptionally well. I tend to find the 201 does prime an awful lot. Gradually getting there. I was hoping to have them both running together, but fingers crossed we will be able to. Almost nearly there now. Give them a little bit longer. So this 202 was part, when I bought it at Steam Toys in Action in 2008, was partly restored. Since then I've fitted one of my own decals, repainted the lamp, the engine frames, the pipes and the base plate. Most of the legwork had been done though. Come. There we are. I think it could be the trunnion springs a little bit on the tight side. There you have it, the two running together. So the code seems to be setting the pace at the moment. I think the 201 might need things helping along with a little bit of oil. There you have it, two rather nice post-war engines. They seem to be as popular as ever, the Luton Bowmans. I know obviously the Durham Bowmans are very, very sought after, but these seem to be commanding prices and interest from collectors in recent years, and why not? They're very well made engines, and certainly for someone like myself who's interested in the sort of English steam engines, especially the post-war period, they're an essential part of that sort of collector's sort of targets to actually acquire.